Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, there's something coming up with an organization that is really going to be opening some eyes and doing some good in Ames coming up in just a couple of weeks. Frank Sposeto is joining us. He is a veteran, first and foremost. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, sir.
There is an event happening involving veterans. We're going to tell you all about it, part of Ruck Iowa. And let's find out, first and foremost, what is Ruck Iowa?
Well, Ruck Iowa, rucking is really an activity where you take a backpack and you put heavy weights into it and you go on lawn hikes and stuff like that. But at Ruck Iowa, you don't need to have the ruck. You don't have to carry weights. You just show up and whatever you're wearing, as long as you're a veteran, and we just go on a nice leisurely walk together.
Okay, and that's what's coming up. We're going to give you some details on this, but how did Ruck Iowa get started, and how long ago did they get started?
Well, back in 2014, there were some Marine veterans up in the Cedar Valley area who just got together on weekends to go on physical hikes, and it just kind of evolved into what we have now. You know, Ruck Iowa is designed to draw veterans who tend to isolate ourselves. Mm-hmm. We tend to do that. Who deal with physical and mental challenges, and we now come together and meet for camaraderie and partnership.
You can see the camaraderie in some of those photos there as you get them all together. I wonder who that is there. But you can see, and that's the big backpacks that they carry around, and that's all part of some of the training that all the military people have done, right?
Oh, correct. So back when we were in the military, when I was in the Army, we used to go on lawn hikes all the time, and we carry full gear. And so this kind of brings that all together and helps us be able to have some of that shared memories.
Now, what is the total mission or the goal? What is Ruck Iowa hoping to accomplish here?
Really to use physical activity and camaraderie to draw veterans out of isolation, to be able to deal with some of the mental and physical challenges that we deal with on a regular basis. You know, one of the numbers that gets thrown around a lot is about 22 veterans commit suicide every day.
Every day?
Every day. And so our goal is here in Iowa to reduce that number through the camaraderie of the hike.
And a lot of times, and we've talked to some other veterans about this, you may not even know anything is going on with somebody. They could put on a great face, but not knowing that deep down they have things that are going on. And this helps them, you know, get back together, bond again with those that they're familiar with.
Correct. We tend to isolate, like I said earlier, but we don't talk about it. So when you're on these hikes and when you're around your brothers and sisters of the variety of branches, we're able to open up to each other and share more of what's going on. And through that brotherhood and sisterhood, we're able to really try to come out of that envelope and talk to each other.
It's getting everybody back together again and getting on the same wavelength again, kind of like getting the band back together.
Getting the band back together.
And that's what this is all about. And you can see the smiles on the faces when the people are involved in the activities, and that's what this is all about, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And so when we go on these hikes, there's a lot of different things that happen along the way. We have a variety of different stops. And but the biggest thing that happens, we talk to each other.
Mm-hmm. And that's just, and the portion of the hike, as we're going to talk about here in a second, is for veterans. But let's talk about the hike itself, the Ames Veteran Hike. When is it happening?
It's on August 15th.
Okay.
We're going to be running from 10 to 5 p.m. We're going to be starting at the Southeast Complex Center, which is over by Jack Trice Stadium.
Right across the street.
Right across the street.
Okay.
Right across the street. And we're going to take a nice leisurely walk through Ames. We're going to stop along a lot of different locations and have some fun and camaraderie along the way.
Okay, you can see the things going on here. The Ames Veterans Hike, right across from Jack Trice Stadium is where they're going to start. And the hike itself is for veterans. That portion of the program is for veterans. So keep that in mind. But you need volunteers and other people that can assist in the activities, right?
Right. So if you are a veteran and you want to participate, go to ruckiowa.com to RSVP. But if you want to be a volunteer, because we have a lot of things that happen along the way behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. We have the food prep and moving things around. We're always looking for donations and sponsors, right? And all that information is at ruckiowa.com.
Okay, you also saw on the screen they have a golf tournament coming up in September. You get information there at ruckiowa.com. But here is the information for the event happening on the 15th. Scan the QR code, and you can do everything there. You can get registered for the hike. You can volunteer. You can help. So it's a one-stop shopping there.
It is. And there's a lot of pictures and things. You know, we just had our event this past weekend in Clear Lake. We had a lot of veterans show up, and it was a great event.
So that hopefully we're going to get a lot of people up there. How many veterans do we want rucking
we're hoping for more than 100, you know.
More than 100. That's the goal. And the most prominent branch of service is?
I'd have to say it's my Marine brothers and sisters. They tend to show out in force.
It says Army on his shirt here. Army folks that are out there, veterans, get out there and support him and support each other, because that's what this is all about.
That's what it's all about.
That is amazing. Thank you once again for your service. We really appreciate it. And folks, for more information, ruckiowa.com will get you there. And go out August 15th. Circle it on your calendar. If you're a veteran, want to see you out there. And once again, to all veterans that are watching right now, thank you so very much for your service. And thank you so very much for watching, everybody. Go on out and have yourself a great day.